But he's more than just a political leader. He's an inspiration to anyone who believes in Irish unity. Senator Steve Tolman grabbed me a couple of weeks ago and said that Gerry Adams was going to be in Boston, and he asked him if it would be possible or would there be some interest that Gerry Adams come by and say a few words. And I said, are you kidding? He has literally dedicated his entire life to the struggle for Irish freedom at a great cost to himself and his family. It's an extraordinary story. He's also someone who has never forgotten the important ties between Ireland and Boston and has always been welcome here in South Boston. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm round of applause to our friend, the president of Sinn Fein, Gerry Adams, ladies and gentlemen.
Míle mai agah go leor, agus lá féile pádraig faoi Waishe Díobse, agus go haraithe and Governor, Lieutenant Governor, Madam President, Mr. Speaker, and Senator Hart Tommy, fear Broadwell, a bheith libse ar an maidin galanta seo. This is the best St. Patrick's Day breakfast I've ever been at. I never saw so many politicians singing. So I come with good news. Any of you who are watching what's been happening back in Ireland, despite a lot of difficulties over the last number of years, about a month ago, Sinn Féin did a deal with the Democratic Unionist Party. And that unfolded last Tuesday, when the Legislative Assembly in Belfast passed the first motion to bring policing and justice powers from London to Belfast, to bring powers from England to Ireland. And that's a very, very significant and a very important, symbolically important, but also in terms of the practical outworkings of all that we're trying to do. So the first thing I want to say is thank you for people here in Irish America, and particularly here in Boston, for all of the work that has been done here by Irish Americans. We would not have the progress which we're making in the process back home if it wasn't for the encouragement, the assistance and the support of people here. So thank you for that. It's always a great delight for me and for others like me who come from Ireland and who are engaged in this unprecedented work to meet people like yourselves who have kept faith with what's happening back home. And there would be no Irish in America, and certainly there wouldn't be the size of the diaspora in America if it wasn't for the difficulties in Ireland. Most of the people who are here, certainly those who came here in hard economic times and hard political times because of occupation by the British, for all sorts of reasons, couldn't live on the island of Ireland. Your ancestors, your grandmothers or great-grandmothers and great-grandfathers just couldn't live. And you came here and you had it tough here. I have a little placard at home which was given to me by a friend, and it says, "No Irish need apply." Now you can see where you all have come from and where you're going to and the opportunities which you have created for yourselves in this great United States of America. That's what we want back home. We want equality, we want opportunity, we want our people to live together in peace and in harmony, shaping out an island free of partition, free of British rule, where the people, the men and women of the island, work to encourage everybody to treat each other with tolerance. Now, all of that is possible. All of that is possible. Had I come here 20 years ago, I wouldn't have been allowed to come here 20 years ago. But had I came here 20 years ago and told you that there were going to be cessations, that there was going to be a peace process, that there were going to be agreements, that Ian Paisley was going to say yes, that Ian Paisley was going to be in government with Martin McGuinness, that Peter Robinson was going to be in government with Sinn Fein, then people would have had me locked up. But all of those things have happened. And very, very significantly, the Good Friday Agreement opens up a peaceful and democratic way of getting Irish unity, of getting an end to the awfulness that have been inflicted upon our people for a very long time. So what I would ask you to do is to find a way to be part of that. I can think of, and I say this everywhere I go and when I talk to the Irish throughout the world, I can think of nothing better. If my people couldn't live on our island, to come back to that island with children or grandchildren into a free Ireland, into an independent Ireland, into an Ireland which is at peace with itself, and to know that I did something about it. No matter how small it is, it doesn't have to be a Bobby Sands type sacrifice, it doesn't have to be a Maria Farrell type sacrifice, it can be a very small thing. And I want to pay tribute to the people here. Teddy Kennedy was a great supporter of the process, but so were the Republicans. It crosses both sides of the House. So encourage your politicians to keep faith. Twitter for Ireland, blog for Ireland, write letters for Ireland, fundraise for Ireland. Do whatever you can to impact on the situation back there. And finally, there are a number of websites. I'm here with Rita O'Hare, who's somewhere. Rita O'Hare is the Sinn Féin representative here in the USA. And we have an organisation called Friends of Sinn Féin, which can be contacted on www.sinnfein.ie. There's Freedom for Ireland on the IOH website, and there's Sinn Féin USA at earthlink.net. So this is a St. Patrick's Day celebration. We're not Irish for 1 week, not Irish for 1 day. We're Irish every day of every year. Let's be part of bringing peace, justice and freedom to our small island. And for the women here in Ireland, it's Mother's Day. So a very, very happy Mother's Day to you all. And if anybody here has a mother back home in Ireland, phone quickly. So, tá mé fuir bhuic díobse, sílim go mé lá galanta an, tá lán obair janta agin, ach tá lán obair ela le dhéanamh. So, go ra míle mai agah go leor, agus lá féal a Padraig faoi bhaise díobse. A very, very happy St. Patrick's Day to you all. Thanks for your support. Keep it going. We won't let you down, and we will get our freedom. Thank you.